If you've ever swiped through dating apps thinking everyone looks better in their photos, you need to hear this story. She thought she found the perfect guy online. Great job, loves Christmas, looks like he belongs in a cologne ad. Turns out he's using his friend's photos, and she's about to spend Christmas with his entire family. Welcome back to Scene Summary. Today I'm going to show you a Netflix rom-com that went #1 in 87 countries but somehow flew under everyone's radar. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Meet Natalie. She's standing in the middle of a charming Christmas-decorated house in Lake Placid, New York, staring at a guy who looks nothing, and I mean nothing, like the person she's been talking to for the past month. She flew 3,000 miles for this, packed her bags, left Los Angeles, got on a plane, all to surprise the man she thought was her soulmate. And now she's realizing she's been catfished. But here's the thing, just 12 hours ago, she was convinced this was going to be the perfect love story. Let's rewind. Natalie Bauer is a writer in LA. Not just any writer. She's built her entire career writing a column called Always a Bridesmaid, where she documents every single disastrous date she's ever been on. And trust me, there have been a lot. There's the guy with the yacht who ghosts her before the date even starts. The married man whose wife shows up at the restaurant. The guy who brings his mom on their first date. Her love life is a train wreck, and people love reading about it. But she's exhausted. She's tired of being the girl who can't find love. Tired of watching everyone around her get engaged while she's stuck swiping through dating apps. Her coworker Carrie tells her she needs to think bigger, stop limiting herself to guys within 5 miles of West Hollywood, expand the search radius, cast a wider net. So Natalie does exactly that, and that's when she finds Josh. His profile is perfect. 30 years old, lives in a small town in upstate New York, works in tech, loves his family, and he's gorgeous. Dark hair, perfect smile, the kind of guy who looks like he just stepped out of a magazine. But what really catches Natalie's attention is his profile bio. He says his favorite Christmas movie is Love Actually. Natalie immediately messages him, says he's wrong. The best Christmas movie is obviously Die Hard. And just like that, they start talking. For the next 4 weeks, they text constantly. Deep conversations about life, family, dreams, late-night phone calls that last for hours. They send photos back and forth, Josh holding up a sign with her name, proving he's real. But here's the weird part. They never video chat, not once. Natalie thinks it's charming, old-fashioned, building a connection beyond physical appearance. One day, Josh texts her, "I wish you were here with me for Christmas." Natalie sees this as a sign. She talks to her boss, pitches a story idea. She'll fly to Lake Placid, surprise Josh for Christmas, and write about finding real love in the digital age. Her boss loves it, gives her the assignment. So Natalie gets on a plane. She arrives at the Lake Placid airport, which is basically empty, and her luggage doesn't make it. Great start. She takes an Uber to Josh's address. It's a beautiful house covered in Christmas decorations. Very Norman Rockwell, very perfect. Josh's mom Barb answers the door. She's sweet, welcoming, immediately invites Natalie inside, introduces her to Josh's dad Bob and his grandmother June. The family is thrilled. They can't believe Josh has a girlfriend. They've never seen him with anyone. And then Josh walks through the door, except it's not the Josh from the photos. It's a completely different person. The music stops. Natalie freezes. The family's smiling, waiting for them to hug or kiss or do something romantic, and Natalie just stares. This Josh is shorter, different face, different everything. The only thing that matches is his name. She makes an excuse about forgetting her luggage and runs outside. Josh follows her. He tries to explain, says he can clarify everything, but Natalie's not having it. She pulls up the photos he sent, the one with "By Natalie" written on a sign. How did he do that? Josh admits he's really good at Photoshop. Natalie loses it, calls him a psychopath, says only a crazy person creates a fake profile and tricks someone into flying across the country. And Josh fires back, says only a crazy person flies across the country to surprise someone they've never actually met in person. He's got a point, but Natalie's too angry to care. Natalie's furious. She heads to the local bar to drink away her humiliation, and that's when she sees him, the guy from Josh's photos, the real guy. He's at the bar with friends. His name is Tag, and he's even more attractive in person. Natalie decides she's going to make this trip worth it. She intercepts someone's shots at the bar, downs them, and starts singing karaoke to impress Tag. She belts out "I Would Do Anything for Love" by Meatloaf. The crowd loves it. She's nailing it. Until she turns around and her face looks like a pufferfish. Turns out those shots had kiwi in them. She's severely allergic. Josh runs in, sees what's happening, and rushes her to the only place open at night, the veterinary clinic. While Natalie's depuffing, Josh makes her an offer. He'll help her win over Tag. They grew up together. They're best friends. He knows exactly what Tag likes, what makes him tick. He'll be her inside man. But in exchange, Natalie has to stay for 1 week and pretend to be his girlfriend. His family's been worried about him for years. This would make them so happy. Natalie hesitates. This is insane, but she's already here. Her boss is expecting a story, and Tag is right there. She agrees. 1 week. Then she's gone. The next morning, Natalie joins the family for breakfast. Josh's grandma June is a riot, cracks jokes about dating apps, says her friend has seen more ass than a church pew. The family eats it up. Josh takes Natalie into town. They go to his family's outdoor store, and he outfits her with hiking gear and a copy of Walden by Henry David Thoreau, Tag's favorite book. Right on cue, Tag walks in. Josh introduces Natalie as his cousin, says she's an avid climber. Tag's eyes light up. He invites her rock climbing the next day. Natalie panics. She's terrified of heights, but she agrees anyway. Back at the house, Natalie meets Josh's older brother Owen and his wife Chelsea. Owen is everything Josh isn't. Confident, successful, the golden child. He constantly puts Josh down, makes jokes at his expense. Natalie starts to feel bad for Josh. She sees how his family treats him, how they don't take him seriously. She commits to the fake girlfriend act, not just for the deal, but because his brother's a jerk. The next day, Natalie goes rock climbing with Tag. She's terrified. Halfway up the wall, she freezes. Josh talks her through it, tells her to listen to Don't Forget About Me by Simple Minds. Drown out the fear. Trust him. She makes it to the top, then faints immediately. Josh scales the wall to help her down. He's calm, reassuring. She realizes he's actually a good guy. That night, the family goes Christmas caroling. They take it very seriously, complete with a boombox and matching outfits. Josh volunteers him and Natalie to sing Baby It's Cold Outside. Natalie refuses. That song is problematic, creepy. She's not doing it. Josh promises to change the lyrics, make it modern, consensual, fun, and he does. They perform a reimagined version where the woman has full agency. She's not being pressured. She's making her own choices. It's clever, funny, and the crowd loves it. But then Owen steals the spotlight, announces that he and Chelsea are pregnant. Josh, desperate for attention, does the unthinkable. He proposes to Natalie, right there, in front of everyone, on one knee. Natalie's mortified, whispers for him to stop. Get up, this wasn't the plan. But every single person is staring at her, waiting. She says yes, engaged to fake Josh, dating real Tag. This is a disaster. Over the next few days, Natalie goes on more dates with Tag. They bobsled, they hike, they go to a steakhouse even though she's vegetarian. Josh calls her out, says she's compromising everything she believes in just to be with a guy who looks good on paper. But Natalie fires back, reminds him that Josh lied about his entire identity. Josh goes quiet, says that's fair, but then adds, "You liked the real me first. You just didn't like what I looked like." That lands. Natalie's starting to realize something. Tag is perfect on the outside, but every conversation feels shallow, surface level. He's charming, but there's nothing deeper. Josh, on the other hand, knows her, really knows her. They've had real conversations, shared real moments, but she pushes those thoughts away. She came here for Tag. She's going to see it through. Then things get complicated. Owen starts digging into Natalie's background. He finds her always a bridesmaid column, realizes she's writing about this trip, and the family throws them a surprise engagement party. Natalie's boss shows up. Tag's parents show up. Everyone's there. Owen's about to expose her in front of the entire town, but Natalie beats him to it. She comes clean, tells everyone the truth. She was catfished. She's been pretending to be Josh's girlfriend while trying to date Tag. She's writing an article about the whole thing. Josh is crushed, says he thought maybe this was becoming real. Tag is offended, says Natalie catfished him too, then drops the final blow, says Die Hard isn't even a Christmas movie. Natalie's done. She leaves the ring on the table, lights Josh's handmade candles, and checks into a hotel. Her boss finds her, asks why she stayed after being catfished. Natalie doesn't have a good answer. Her boss tells her the truth. She runs away from imperfection. The second someone isn't perfect, she bails. That's why she's always alone. Natalie sits with that. She tries to write the disaster date article, but she can't, because this wasn't a disaster. It was real. She sees Josh updated his dating profile, his real photos, his real self, and it's good, honest, confident. She realizes she fell for Josh, not Tag, not the fantasy. Josh. She runs back to his house. Does the full love actually cue card confession in the snow. She tells him she's sorry, that it took her too long to see what was right in front of her, that he was real the whole time, and she was too focused on the fantasy. Josh looks at her. The snow starts falling. He says, "Yippee-ki-yay, Christmas morning." The Lynn family is together. Natalie's there. Grandma June asks about dick pics. It's chaotic. It's warm. It's real. And Natalie finally found what she was looking for all along. Would you fall for someone who lied about their appearance if everything else was real? Subscribe to Scene Summary for more rom-coms that'll make you rethink modern dating. Hit that notification bell and drop a like if you've ever been catfished or thought about it.